happy with the drum. Be careful what angle you shoot me from, darling. I hadn't noticed
The Together Tomorrow campaign has been all about reminding ourselves and others of the things that really matter to us. LGBT venues are vital spaces for so many people, bringing friends and communities together. And importantly, they're also places where LGBTQ plus people can really be themselves. Tonight, I'm here at the Two Brewers in Clapham to hear from Miss Jason, one of the community's leading lights on the importance of LGBT venues.
There isn't a better way, in my mind, to earn a living, because you meet so many interesting people and wonderful people. The people I've collected over the years are extraordinary, and I consider myself very privileged to do this job. So I'm up in the Brewers tonight, which is one of my favourite venues. I like it very much. It's a very old, established gay bar, and it's been there for years and years and years. But the way that the brewery have driven it and the way the management have driven it has a very kind of trendy vibe as well. And what is interesting is the trendy vibe meets with the traditional vibe there, and it's a very easy joining. You'd think that the juxtaposition of the old and the new would be a problem, but they've worked at it for so long that it just fits. And it's a good mix, because the more that young people mix with older people, the more people understand, I think.
So you're a drag performer. What is the thing that you love most about doing it?
It's kind of exciting for me because I never really know where it's going to go. And it's a bit like a roller coaster. And if you look like you're enjoying yourself, even if the show is terrible, people enjoy it with you, you know. And it's just about looking like you know what you're doing. Because when people want to go when people go to see a show, they want to feel safe. And the last thing they need in their mind is to worry about, are you going to be able to do the show? Or poor Jason, is he going to be able to sing that number? Is he going to be able to do that? And if people have that anxiety, then they can't enjoy it. So you just got to, I love going with the flow of it. It's natural and it grows and it's organic. And you do get nervous, obviously, but the minute you hear them laughing or you see the smiles on their faces, then it gives you a power and an energy which is better than any amount of booze or any drug at all.
And do you think just the fact that you're almost becoming this slightly different persona, but fundamentally it's still you, just gives you that license to push things, basically?
Oh, it does.
That's where it comes from.
This is my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I didn't do this, I would go loopy, because this is my outlet. This is my madness in my life. So I can dress like this. I can almost say what comes into my mind. Obviously, we have to control what we say, and we're not here to offend people. But this really is my therapy.
But it's all like almost like a safe way of communicating to you in its own way.
Yeah.
The effect of the lockdown was so far-reaching, and for us as entertainers, not to be able to go to work was heartbreaking, and we didn't get much support at all. The effect of the lockdown was far greater than that, because people that would come in normally to meet their friends or just to get away from their stress in their life. I mean, cabaret is all about giving people an hour of entertainment, an hour of escapism, if you like. But of course, it's exciting to get back. I'm loving being back on stage. It's a bit overwhelming, actually. It's hit me, and I think as most of the cabaret artists, like a brick wall. A couple of weekends ago, I did 11 shows in one weekend. And by the end of it, I didn't even know where I was, who I was, what I was supposed to be doing. So it's wonderful to get back to work, and it's such an amazing feeling to share again.
This building is far more than just a pub or a club. You know, it's a community resource where people can come in here that perhaps can't be openly gay with their families. You know, they can come in here and they can experience and talk with other people.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, isn't it? It's for anyone but everyone, all at the same time.
And it's not exclusively gay either, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, because we have equal rights and we can go anywhere we want to go safely, and we know that we can be protected in being ourselves, and we've got the right to, and also now the legal protection to. So we get straight people coming into gay venues, and it's really good because it's progressive. You know, it has to, in my mind, I think, watered down slightly our community, but it's done that for the better, because we're all experiencing together and we're all going on the same journey together.
And almost thinking about how you sort of keep that identity, but at the same time absorb a whole load of other people that want to become part of it, you know, in a different way maybe, but ultimately are part of this bigger mainstream now. So 25 years as a drag artist, looking back, what advice would you give to your younger self now?
I'm just going to take my wig off because I'm boiling.
Okay.
I'm aware that if I don't do that, I'll have no makeup on by the time I'm going to... What would I say? I would be truer to myself. Don't worry about making mistakes, because the only people who don't make mistakes are at the cemetery. So it's good that we can, you know, and just to experience as much of life as you possibly can. And never let, I like this one, I never let yesterday affect today, and I never let today affect tomorrow.
Brilliant.
And every day is a clean bit of paper. It's a new start. So looking at everything that you've done and experienced, and your whole journey with politics, just being a politician is a journey, isn't it?
Definitely.
You know, discovering
especially
your
you're
beliefs,
not planning
and then, oh gosh,
to do it.
Yeah. So what advice would you give a younger you?
I would say two things. One, go for it, because you tend to regret what you don't do, not what you do in life. And the second is, I'd also say, stop worrying so much about fitting in. It's actually being different is how we fix things. It's the fact we don't all have the same views and we aren't all the same person. That is how we solve things. And
totally,
so you don't have to be the same as everyone else, I would say to my younger Justine.
Well, let's hope we both get the chance to say it to people, because the more people that hear that and the more people that say that to other people, the better the world is going to be, isn't it?
Exactly.
I don't know if I have too much shelf life left, and that's my decision, because I'd rather decide not to do it while it's going well than continue and the shine come off of it. And I really hope that when that time comes, I will have the strength to make the decision properly, because obviously with a job like this, you get a lot of, I don't know, I don't like the word adulation, and I can't think of another word for it, but you get appreciation, you get love from people. Sorry. Oh, I'm all right. Right, where were we? What the f did I say to upset myself? Silly old queen. The problem is that I hope that when the time comes, I'm strong enough to make that decision, because we get a lot of love and adulation. I don't like that word, but we get a lot of love from the audience, and that will be difficult to give up. But memories are probably more important, I think. Who knows?